In today's video, we're going to be trying out the XTOOL D7S. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So we got the XTOOL D7S here, and I'm Random Fix, so welcome to the channel. In this channel, I review scan tools. I'm going to show you guys if this is a scan tool that you should consider buying by testing it out. I'm going to show you guys what's in the box. We're going to go ahead and try it on a few different vehicles. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and give it a Random Fix tool grade so you can make a decision for yourself. So here's the tool right here. And before we actually hop behind the tool, let me show you guys what's in the box. Now let me show you what's in the box. So inside this container, you'll get a hard shell box. And inside the hard shell box, you'll get the scan tool itself, which is gonna feel really nice. Has nice rubber moldings on the side, so it's not gonna slip out of your hand. It does have that nice kickstand that can go over the side of a window or the steering wheel. There is a camera back here. And up top, we have the connector where the OBD2 cable is gonna go ahead and go right here. And you can't do this the wrong way, so it only could go in one way and it'll screw in. Up top, we have a USB connector right here, and the cable is included. So one side would go to your laptop, and the other side would go right in here. And we also have the power adapter input, which is gonna go right here. And there's no option to actually charge this through a USB-C cable, which I really love. But I will talk a little bit more about charging this another way. If you don't want to use this, there's going to be another means. And the power button is going to be illuminated. So you can see it has a little nice blue tint up top. We get two power cables, one for Europe, one for the USA. And so this particular tool does work with a lot of different makes from around the world. So whether you have a European car, a Japanese car, an Asian car, or a North American car, this is going to go ahead and do the job. And you also get the owner's manual. And to go ahead and activate this, you do not need a computer. Now that we know what's in the box, let's take a look at the tool a little bit. So we got the tool right here, and as you can see, I got it hooked up to the vehicle already. It's very easy to hook up. You're just going to go ahead and take that OBD2 connector and connect it to your vehicle. It is going to be located in the driver's side footwell area about 90% of the times, and it just slides on, so you can't get this wrong. And once you slide it into place, you're going to notice a couple of things. First thing that's going to end up happening is going to go ahead and start charging the unit. So you can see my unit's at 11%. I actually left it on and the battery went a little bit low. So this is really nice that the tool is actually powering as it's getting used, so you're not going to end up with a dead tool. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the layout of this, because this does have a new layout compared to the D7. And if you guys want to check out that video, I'll leave you guys a link to the XTOOL D7 down below as well. So this has a new fresh layout, and you can go ahead and adjust a couple of things. You can go through settings here. Here you can adjust the language, the units, USB settings. So if you actually need to connect it to a computer, you can. This was very easy to activate and includes 3 years of service or updates. All you have to do is connect it to the internet. And if you don't have great internet at your house, you can go ahead and hotspot your phone. You do not need internet while you're using this 90% of the times. Down here, we also have a remote function. So if you're running into a problem that you cannot figure out, you can go ahead and get remote assistance. We got the XTOOL button right here, and this is going to take you to the website. And down here, whenever you're using the scan tool, you'll notice that there's actually a little picture right here. And what that'll do is that'll just go ahead and take a screenshot of what's happening. So let's go back home now, and we're going to go ahead and access the diagnostics again. As you can see, I have this connected to my Wi-Fi. So you can go ahead and scroll down, and I'm connected to Wi-Fi. Here's where you can go ahead and adjust the brightness and turn on Bluetooth, auto rotate, airplane mode. And let's go ahead and see if we can get this screen record to work. And let's go and start recording. So the screen record is on now, and we can go to updates. And on updates, we can go ahead and do a couple of things now. And one of the things we can do is we can choose individual updates, or we can go ahead and choose update all. and this is going to go ahead and just work in the background. You can go move on to a different task if you like to. Now we have the diagnosis auto scan right here. We have special functions. So this has over 30 special functions, and the best advice I can give you guys for the special functions is before you buy this, go ahead and email the vendor. I'll have their email link down below, and ask them what features are supported on your vehicle before you buy. That will definitely help you avoid any errors. So let's talk about these special functions right here, as there's 36 of them. And I'm gonna go through this so you can take a look at it yourself. There's a lot to cover here. And just know if you could utilize 1 to 2 of these, you're gonna be able to go ahead and pay for the scan tool. So we got a key reprogramming. This is gonna be for the very earlier keys. It's not gonna do a 2023 Mercedes key for you, just know that. We got the instrument cluster, power balancing, seat match, TPMS reset. I'm gonna go down a little bit more. We got a transport mode, battery registration for the BMWs. We got a throttle relearn, gearbox match, ABS bleeding, simple things like oil resets. Sometimes it'll just give you directions on how to do it. Other times it will help you do it through the scan tool. SRS functions, airbag reset, suspension, electronic pump activation, injector coding. For the BMWs, you actually need to put the serial number for the injector before you put it in. This will help you do that. And a tire upgrade. So a lot of great little things to go and consider. And you could access reports, and we have a more section down here. So let's click on that. So we have a endoscope and a vehicle communications interface. This does not have Bluetooth, which I actually kind of like. If you're using this at a shop, for example, it's really hard to go ahead and leave that little Bluetooth connector in the vehicle by accident when you have a wired connection like this. In the endoscope, I went ahead and activated, and what it basically allows you to do is use the camera. So it does have a camera on the back side. One of my favorite features of this is going to be this little kickstand. If I don't mention it throughout the video, I really like this because it allows me to go ahead and hang this on the door area right here of a vehicle when I'm working on it, if I'm outside. Now we can go ahead and hit auto scan. Before I like to go to auto scan, I like to make sure that the updates are completed just so I don't run into any errors. And as you can see, we got Ford doing an update right here, and there you go, all the updates are fully installed. So we're going to hit auto scan, and the best tip I can give you is before you complete an auto scan is go ahead and make sure that the ignition is on. So you can verify the ignition is on by the check engine light. You can see the check engine light is on, but the car is not running. And we can go ahead and access OBD2 here, or we can go to Americas and we can access Dodge. And let's try to go to auto detection. And under auto scan, it automatically detected the VIN, which is great. And I'm gonna do an auto scan. And what this is gonna do is gonna go and scan the whole vehicle. And on this test, it actually wants me to start the engine, which is weird. Most of the times you just want the ignition on, but I will go ahead and do as it tells me. So now it's going to go ahead and run this complete scan. And you can see we're on 19 out of 35 possible modules that it can access. And all the green check marks mean that everything is good on that system. Okay, so we're done with the scan. And as you can see, everything else checked out. But there's an issue on the central gateway. So we can go ahead and hit diagnosis. And right here we can read the code. And it tells me you lost communication with the radio, which makes complete sense since I've changed this out to an Android deck and got rid of the factory stereo. So that is very easy to understand why that code is there. And if I wanted to, I can go ahead and clear these codes, and this code might come back right away. Let's go ahead and try it out just for video purposes. And as you can see, it went ahead and erased the code. Let's try that again. And currently it has not redetected the code, which is good. And we can also access OBD2 on this side. So if you wanted to access any of the smog readiness monitors, they call them inspection monitors, you can go ahead and just do an auto scan if you don't know what protocol it is. So I don't know what protocol this van is going to be. This is a 2014 Dodge Caravan, and I'm going to go ahead and read the inspection monitors since last cleared. So if you guys have a vehicle or you live in a state like Oregon, New York, or California, and your vehicle is not passing smog, this can definitely help you figure out why it's not passing smog by letting you know which monitor is incomplete. So it lets me know that the check engine light is off and everything else is okay. The NA means it does not apply, so we are good here. And I can also go ahead and graph certain things. You can go ahead and monitor 8 different graphs at once, which I'll show you guys on a different car. So everything is definitely working as planned. It's very responsive, and so far this is definitely looking good. Before I move on to another vehicle, let's see if we can actually do some of the activation tests. This is the bi-directional feature of the actual scan tool. This will allow me to go ahead and send commands to the vehicles and maybe activate a few things, just so I can show you guys. Let's see if we can activate the blower speeds at 100. Wow, look at that. You can see that my blower speed here is at 0. However, it is definitely on 100. So really cool. There's really no delay. The reason this is so useful is this. Let's just say I was not getting any air blowing through the vehicle, and I was gonna go and replace the fan because I thought the fan was bad, but it was actually this circuit right here. This particular scan tool could just save me hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, by just allowing me to do that. And this isn't the only thing you can go ahead and play around with. This is one of the very few things I can actually show you guys that's easy for you guys to understand. But it's got different ones for fuel pumps, sometimes for windows, all kinds of little cool things you can do, like turning on radiator fans or other pumps. So I think definitely that's going to be something you're going to be excited about. And I really cannot believe how quick and responsive this is. This is really surprising how well this D7S is holding up, and I love the speed of this. So let's go ahead and try this on another vehicle now. All right, so we're gonna hook this up to another vehicle. That's how easy it is. And this vehicle is a 2012 Toyota Prius C. So as you can see in this vehicle, again, it's charging. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. And I'm gonna go ahead and check out some of the special functions here. So when I got this vehicle, it had a TPMS light on, which is one of those little tires with the yellow around it. Well, this car only needed air, but in case I needed to replace the sensor, you may be able to go ahead and do it with this one. And the reason I say maybe is because every vehicle is different. Remember what I told you guys? Always email the vendor your VIN number and ask for a list of supported functions. Hey everybody, if you're enjoying the content, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button if you guys like these kind of videos. I'll leave you guys links at the end of this video, as well as the video description box to any other videos that you might find helpful. If you have a question relating to a scan tool and some of the other uses, comment down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as it really helps YouTube know that I'm bringing you guys valuable content, and it means the world to me, as I'm literally starting all over again here in Texas. I moved, so I'm making this video with not much, but I'm trying to keep it real for you guys and giving you guys the value that you guys want and deserve. Thank you again. Let's turn on the screen record one more time. And you have a regular Android tablet, basically, with the 7-inch display, 5,000 milliamp battery, 64 gig upgradable memory with 2 gigs internal, and it does have the camera on the back. Let's go to auto scan. So that did not communicate. Maybe because the vehicle is on. Let's go ahead and see what happens with the vehicle off. Okay, so this is not communicating for some strange reason. Let me go ahead and turn the tablet on and off, and I'll let you guys know what's happening. So I restarted the unit, and let's go back in here. We'll do the auto scan. And there it goes. Now it's working. So maybe after the update, it just needs to go ahead and restart. That makes complete sense. Let's go into Toyota here. And you have to choose the region you're in. So we're going to choose North America. And this does have a smart key. So it's going to display the vehicle information here. And we're going to do a complete scan. I've never scanned this vehicle before. I just picked this up a few days ago. And as we can see, we have a lot of fault codes here. But that was really fast, and it went through all 16 modules. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a report. So we have a P3000 system, something with a tire pressure monitoring system, AC, another air conditioning code, something with the airbag, the door motor, combination key, smart key. So yeah, it's got a whole bunch of codes in here. So let's go through that and actually get the report. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and save this. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And if you were working at a shop, this is really good because now you have some documentation on what's going on. And here's a better explanation of what's happening with the actual codes. Let's go back, because a lot of these codes can be caused by one thing, and that's going to be a very low battery. I know they recently replaced the battery on here, so I'm going to clear all these. Then I'm going to go and figure out which codes are actually not clearing, and then I'm going to go and try to fix those issues. Now we went through. It cleared all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here again completely. And I'm going to start the vehicle for a second. So the vehicle is started. You can tell right there. It says ready. Sorry about the AC being on, but I recently moved to Texas and it's really hot out here. So I'm getting kind of used to this. I'm going to do a complete scan. And everything is gone. So there you go. And you could come back in 3 or 4 weeks after you drive the vehicle to see if anything goes and pops back up. But you can go through particular systems here. So I'm going to go to the air conditioning system just so I can show you guys again. Let's go to actuation tests. And let's go to blower motor. And we'll go to blower motor and add. So you can see that I just turned up the blower motor all the way up just by clicking this. So the bi-directional functions again are working. You could do this with the active level of heaters, the rear defrog, electrical fans, and yeah, in each system they have different actuation tests like that. So if you go into engine, it will give you a quick summary of what this particular module will do. And now we can go to actuation tests here. And these are all the different actuation tests that are available here. So activate the electrical water pump. So on some of these Priuses, the water pumps do go out. So this will help you diagnose that faster. Definitely props to Xtool for creating a great tool that really doesn't have any glitches. One last thing I'm going to go ahead and show you guys is just the graphing. So I chose 8 different items. I'm going to go ahead and graph all these. So you can see that this is actively graphing everything here. You can see the engine RPM is at 0. Now it turns on right there. So definitely makes use of the full 7-inch display here, and that is working as designed. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. Decision for yourself. So now is my favorite part of the video. This is where I'm going to go ahead and give this a random fixed tool grade so you guys can make a decision on this for yourself. And before I display the score here on the screen, I did want to mention there's a few things about the unit that I wish I could change, and one of them would be the fact if we can have USB-C charging options available. This does not have that option. However, we know we can charge it through OBD2, which makes it okay. And this does not come with lifetime updates, but the 3 years will do, as 3 years is a pretty long time for a scan tool. And just know that technology is always changing, and that's why this D7S is definitely a winner, because it's got the CAN FD support for future use. And let's go ahead and jump into the score. So the score on this is going to be 85 out of 100. This is a really high score for a unit that's going to be under $500. If I find any special deals or coupons, you'll find a link to it down below. I did also want to mention that this scan tool right here was sent to me by Xtool. So I went ahead and tried it out for you guys, and this is sponsored by them. Just know that does not change anything in my review, as I always try to keep it real for you guys. I show you guys exactly me trying it for the very first time on a couple of different vehicles, see if I run into any glitches, if I notice anything unusual about the unit, and if it does what it says it can do. And this one definitely does do that. So I give props to Xtools for making a really outstanding unit that is completely stable from what I have seen so far, and it gives you a lot for your money. It's got a great feel to it, nice display, better layout on this DS7 here, and it's got that kickstand that I absolutely love on the unit. It's got the camera. You do have a nice Android tablet here as well. It's got remote support. So they put a lot of time and effort into designing this particular unit, and I can't say enough great things. I will leave you guys a couple of links at the end of this video here and here to help you understand some of these scan tools a little bit better, in case you have any other questions. And if you have a comment, please leave it down below. If the video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If it wasn't, that's okay. Give the video a thumbs down. Just let me know why in the comment box down below, as I would love to make you better content in the future. If you haven't done so already by now, please hit that subscribe button, because it means the world to me and I really do appreciate it. Make it a great day. You'll find those coupons down below, and we'll see you on the next one. And thanks again.